Dave, I'm coming to you real quick. What did you learn from the game, but more importantly, would the Bucs be a tough out in the playoffs because they're situated at the 4th seed right now?
Every other exec and coach in the NFC had to be watching that. Like, when they saw Brady come back, they just, like, hung their heads like, no, we had a chance to get him out of here. Let's get him out of here. No, I mean, yes, the Bucs can absolutely be a tough out. Yes, you should be nervous about the Bucs. And here's the funny, like, they didn't even look that good last night.
At all.
I'll go as far as to say they looked bad.
True.
They look bad, yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Again, like, we're prisoners of the moment, right? There's still 5 games to play. The Bucs played that game basically without their secondary. Don't have Antoine Winfield, one of the best young safeties in the game. He's so good. Yeah. They don't have Sean Murphy-Bunting. They don't have Mike Edwards. That's why Andy Dalton looks so great when Taysom Hill caught a ball 30 yards downfield, I was like, what is going on? Like, the Bucs must be banged up beyond belief for this to be happening. And they don't have Tristan Wirfs, one of the best right tackles in football. All of those guys are expected to be back. All of those guys are expected to play a role in the rest of the season. So this Bucs team is not a Bucs team that'll be in the playoffs. And, oh, by the way, they only got to win like 8 games to host a playoff game. Yes, you should absolutely be nervous about this. They still obviously would have had a chance to win the division if they had lost, but it becomes much harder, right?
More difficult.
Now they've got life. They've got a reason to feel confident. Tom is still Tom. He's still doing things at the end of the game. I guarantee you everybody else in the NFC is like, no, why are we letting this happen?
Joy, where do you stand? Will the tough Bucs be a tough out in the playoffs?
Mama, there goes that man.
Right.
I know you all were watching that last night. They threw a holding penalty. It's the last 10 seconds of the game. Like, they're holding. Still winning this game. There's 2 seconds left. Tom Brady, it's too long. 3 minutes is like another quarter for Tom Brady. It's crazy. I don't want to minimize what we watch with Tom Brady because I really do think that this is the last season we're going to get with Tom Brady. It is just astonishing to watch what he is capable of doing at any given time. So, yes, they're scary in the playoffs because that man, okay, Thomas Brady of Nazareth, is on the field, and he can do whatever he wants at any time.
Look at my boy.
Doesn't matter what you did all game long. He's going to walk up to you and snatch your soul right out of the front of your neck and eat it. Throw it on the ground. Stomp. Yes, they should be very concerned.
Shady, you won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. You played with Tom Brady and the Bucs. You've played playoff games with them. How tough of an out will they be a tough out in the playoffs?
Man, listen, like Joy said, they're going to be hard to beat, right? Because the thing is, they're not playing well. Even that win, right? Tom Brady just turned it on. Okay, guys, let's stop playing. Go out there and win. But they played bad the whole game, right? Even him in the pocket, he looked uncomfortable. Have you seen, like 3 seconds, he was getting that ball out quick. And guys were opening up late. He didn't want to take a chance. They're banged up front, right? You talk about Tristan not being there. And the defense, half a secondary wasn't there. So I just think if they get healthy and then they get in the playoffs, and the thing is, like, you don't know what they could be. Because we do know this. If they do click, oh, my God, watch out.
Yep.
So it's going to be scary to see them in the playoffs because anything can happen.
Here's why I think they're scariest in the playoffs. And, Dave, we're going to get to you momentarily because their playoff matchup right now, 60% chance they got to see the Dallas Cowboys. More importantly, the Cowboys have
easy
to see
win,
them.
baby.
If we're being honest, the last 2 times they've seen the Cowboys, it hasn't gone well. But the reason that's what it was.
And Dak's playing.
I really think about this, Dave, and you've seen it before with the Cowboys. The Bucs might be and are better coached. The Bucs are better quarterbacked, and the Bucs don't make mistakes. I always go back to the Cowboys lost in the playoffs, particularly. They lost their chance at winning because Dak Prescott made a 1-second mistake. That's all it was. He slid 1 second too late as opposed to 1 second too early. All it takes in a game is 1 second, 1 step, 1 play. Usually Tom Brady comes out on the right side of those things. When you think about the potential matchup, Bucs, Cowboys, because that's what we're looking at, how nervous are you as somebody who's covered the Cowboys for 10 years?
Did the NFC East get locked up and I didn't hear about it? Like, is that, I mean, we're just penciling in these matchups right now.
I like the question. I like the question.
We're penciling in the Eagles. They still haven't played on Christmas Eve in Dallas. They still got 2 games against the New York Giants. I'm not conceding anything. How about that? I'm not conceding anything. No, to be serious for a sec, yes, that is why the Bucs should make you nervous. That's why any team that employs Tom Brady with a defense that is capable of playing very well when they're healthy, which I would imagine they'll be a lot healthier come January. At least with the luck the Bucs have had this year, they got to be praying that they're healthier in the playoffs. As long as I'm pettily refuting things, though. Yeah, okay. Dak's gone 0-2 against the Bucs the last 2 years. Played so bad against them in Week 1 this year.
This is true. This is true.
Last year in Tampa, he went down there and gave him 400 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Took an L.
Led him to a field goal with a minute left, and Tom Brady did Tom Brady things. Like, the Cowboys can play with the Bucs. Now, they should. I mean, that is a matchup that should make anybody nervous. I don't know what else you want me to say, but, like, the way the Cowboys are playing, 1, they shouldn't be nervous about anybody, and 2, I don't think we know for sure the Cowboys have to go on the road.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. See, the one thing is when you play this game, man, you beat somebody once, beat them twice. Same thing with the Bengals and the Chiefs, right? No matter how good we think Chiefs are, in that locker room, y'all know what's up. Y'all know what we do to y'all. Same thing with the Bucs. After in Week 1, when they played, when the Bucs played the Cowboys, I had my boys up. Hey, how was everything? This and that. How's my boy Parsons? You know, as a question, you know what they told me? Them boys are soft. They didn't want it. Not Parsons, but he's talking about the old team because they ran the ball down their throat. So
They
when
played awful. They played terrible.
No. So when you know that, going in there, and you get them in the playoffs, oh, we got them in the playoffs. Oh, bet. You got a top 5 defense with the Bucs. The defense still look good. It's like they turned it back on. They get some guys healthy again. Keem Mix was out there throwing dudes around, right? You got Vita out there throwing guys. So now they playing again. And then you got Tom Brady. We don't want Tom Brady to find that cylinder where we all on the same field. I don't know. Cowboys.
What else do you need to see from the Bucs as the season
Look at
winds
his face.
down?
He looks sad. Oh, he's sad. Look, we don't know yet, Dave. I know you're nervous about Bucs against the Cowboys. We don't know yet. We're just saying if it happens like today, the playoffs started, you'll be in trouble. Sorry, Joy. His face is looking sad.
Awful lot of confidence for somebody that hasn't locked anything up. That's all.
That boy nervous over there.
That's all I'm saying.
Joy, what else do you need to see from the Bucs for the rest of the season? Or are you just like, as long as they get into the dance, I need to see stuff then? Do they need to prove anything to you in the next 4 or 5 weeks?
No, I mean, I think they're going to get into the playoffs. It's a lot would have to fall apart for them not to.
Yeah.
So if that man's there, he gonna steal your girl. It just is what it is. You better be ready for it.
Steal your girl.
You better be ready for it. It's just the reality of it. That what we saw last night, even with the mistake with Ingram and all of that, like, you got to be in a position to make that mistake. Like that, and the Saints always play them hard. That's been a tough matchup for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Since Brady has been there. So it's not surprising to me that the game went the way that it did. And it's not surprising to me that they won. I mean, we were watching that last night. I'm calling you a liar if you were sitting there like, there ain't no way they lose this game. As soon as they scored the first touchdown, I'm like, it's over. He's going to win this game. This is what Tom Brady does. And in the playoffs, we're just talking about experience with the Niners and everyone else. No one has more experience than him. And that team has been together.
That's real experience right
there. So
there.
it's really about health and getting some momentum. But they don't really need to feel good about themselves to beat you. And that's what you saw last night.
That is what's crazy.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.